Hey, where are you guys? I'm here with Helena. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Helena Bierens. I play music here in Waikiki.
That's good. How you been?
I've been wonderful. Busy, but in the best way.
You're like the reigning queen of Waikiki right now. Boy, there's a long line of people that ruled this part of the island, and it's your turn. It's quite an honor, young girl.
I mean, it's great. It's wonderful as a musician to have steady gigs and to play often. And I get to make a living doing it.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. When did the rock and roll bug hit you?
Oh my God. So, when I was 10, we were moving, and I found my mom's student guitar from way back when. She never learned to play it, but it was just hanging out in storage with some old strings on it. I was a big fan of the Brady Bunch. And so when Greg Brady's alter ego, Johnny Bravo, right?
Yes.
I would do that on the guitar and just strum it open, no chords, just loud and open. Like, clowns never left before. And I loved doing that, but my mom put me in lessons, basically.
Yeah.
And I've just always loved rock and roll.
Was there a first band that really, besides the Brady Bunch?
Besides the Brady Bunch. Growing up, my three most influential bands, from elementary school and maybe before, would be Beatles, Queen, and Stray Cats.
I can dig the Beatles and Queen. It's funny because when I had daughters, I wanted to make sure they had a musical background. Instead of going to sleep with TV, they each had an iMac and it was a playlist. And it was heavy on Queen. And so when the Queen movie came out, they knew all the songs.
So good.
It was one of those things where it's like, that band, it was never any racial thing. It was just go, have a good time.
Yep.
I mean, it was like, okay, I love my car. Okay, whatever. But
Right.
But everything else was it was like, and then one day I talked to my oldest daughter, Aisley, and she goes, Dad, I got really impressed by listening for the first 3 Queen albums in a row. Like, cool. And then the next day, Nikki Sixx goes and then a funk, and I played the first 3 Queen albums in a row. And then he's like,
those first 3 are great.
Yeah. I got to see him in 1980.
No, that's amazing.
And I had to sneak my camera in.
Where was this?
Oakland.
So cool.
On the game tour.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was kind of like, wow, look at that. Because Brian May, hello. Brian May.
Right, absolutely.
So we're in Waikiki at the world famous Irish Rose where Helena holds court 2 nights in a week. And somehow right now we're in the middle of this sweltering humidity heat wave. And so that's cool. Otherwise, how you been?
Yeah, pretty awesome. I can't complain about anything going on right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you teach guitar?
I teach guitar, so even after this, I'll be going to a couple of lessons before the gig tonight.
Yeah. And then who's tonight's Tuesday?
So it's the See You Next Tuesdays.
Yeah. And it's funny because I know the band's name, and when Piranha was saying it the other day, I'm going, oh, I get it. Kind of being like. So what really wanted to make you be a rock star? When did you go, I can do this?
I have been performing in Waikiki since 3rd grade. So when I went to Royal Elementary School, which is a public school here, and they had a bell choir, chorus, and hula program. And we would gig. We went to Disneyland and gig, but we would do 2 gigs in Waikiki at different hotels every week. And so that's just part of my lifestyle. That's what I grew up doing. And here I am now gigging in Waikiki.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
It's way cool.
So if you guys don't know, Helena, for her solo gigs, of course, it's acoustic. And then when it was band, she has a 3-piece, which is 2 3-pieces.
I do. They're the same 3-piece, but with 2 different guitarists.
Yeah. With Darren and then Elton.
Yeah.
This is what I
really
want to get into this part, because you and Elton are kind of like
musically, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think what Elton and I have in common is love of live performance and love of the crowd. And so whatever vehicle definitely need to do that.
Yeah, because the White Jacket was like the big town, band in town.
Yeah, right. They were opening for Avenged Sevenfold at the time.
Yeah. They paid me to show up. That was my favorite Spinal Tap moment ever with the band. We get there, no one knows what's going on. They sound check, they get off, we got to mill around. There's no, your dress room's here, there's no stage man or anything. All of a sudden, like, we should go on now. Yeah. And then my thing for Elton, I told him, like, Elton, tonight, some kid, you'll be some kid's first guitar player. Yeah. And that was kind of cool. And then watching the band going from big clubs and theaters to like an arena, and JJ really all of a sudden he felt the power of his right foot.
Yeah.
I mean, you can control everything by that.
Yeah.
And I saw him, the evolution, all of a sudden, it's like, dude, when did you feel that right foot? I have at the third song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was really,
that was epic.
Yeah. This is one of the cool things about me being over there, all that stuff, and communing with you guys, and watching you guys discover those moments kind of really organically.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know how many moments you've been there for me over the years.
And I still don't remember how we met. Which is
it had
good.
to be Master Laws.
But yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah, probably.
That was my first band in Waikiki.
Yeah.
So I didn't even play the bass before that band.
Yeah.
And so I would imagine that's gotta be where we must have met up.
Yeah.
But I don't have a real good memory of those years. So
somehow I don't either. It's always kind of funny to see, how we go back and, what, yeah. But you've always been cool to me.
Same.
And so,
Absolutely same.
You're a good person, so.
Absolutely the same.
Yeah, and I think the thing about most of us are, you can't do this night after night without having what we call aloha. You
can't burn all the bridges.
We could try. But it comes to a point where it doesn't happen anymore. So, in your solo, how do you pick out your material?
Great question. So when it started, I was just trying to fill time. And so these acoustic gigs for me basically started with, I guess this round of intense acoustic gigs started with COVID. Yeah. Everything started out, full bands went away. Yeah. They pulled us back, solo musicians, acoustic. And behind the shower curtain, I needed to fill, I think, like 3 hours. And I hadn't been playing a lot of acoustic guitar because I had been playing bass that whole way. So I was just trying to play songs from my youth that I remembered how it went. Yeah. And then as I kept playing, I loved taking requests. And so a lot of my set list now is just like repetitive requests, things that I know are crowd pleasers.
Yeah, because Prana said something like that the other day. I was talking to him. It's like, you have the finger on the pulse of the crowd goers of today.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And so right now they're all, a little younger, well, a lot younger than me, but they remember the 90s and the early aughts.
Yeah.
And so that's when I learned to play guitar, was the 90s. So.
Do you ever come across new music?
I do, because of my students.
Oh,
Thank goodness for them. Yeah, they keep me pretty current. I have, and they're different genres. I have kids who are into pop stuff, and I have kids who are into like metal stuff that I've never heard of and would never hear of if not for them.
Yeah. I was just watching the Randy Rhoads documentary, which was really bizarre, and one of Randy's students was a big Van Halen fan. And at the time, Randy and Eddie were like side by side. Yeah. And then Eddie got the contract. And so some kid wanted to learn how to play, that thing. And so, Kelly, his brother, saying it probably ate up inside, but he actually, did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, well, good on him. Yeah. I can imagine how that
felt. So, influences.
Ooh. My biggest one was probably Dashboard Confessional.
Really?
Yeah. And so I fell in love with their music, and I learned to play every song. And it was, at the time, their first couple albums were all acoustic. They didn't have a full band.
Yeah.
And so I just learned every song I could. I had, my partner in crime then was Chibi or Crystal, and we loved the same music, and we just learned everything. And through whole shows of just Dashboard songs, just Dashboard covers, no pun intended.
Yeah. Any rock and roll stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I mentioned, Beatles and Queen, those are definitely, to me, like the textbook apex of rock and roll music. back. Do you remember? There's a local punk band, the Sticklers,
No.
when I was like 14 or 15 that I used to go see, and I remember going to see them and just being super charged with energy. And in fact, I saw their going away party here when this was Pink Cadillac, or their final show. And so the Sticklers were just punk rock. They had songs like 5 Minutes of Love and Roller Coaster Girl, and it was a lot of fun. And I loved being at the shows, and seeing them made me think at that time. I'd been playing guitar for a few years already. I thought, I can do that. That's achievable to me. I can access that,
Yeah.
And
Who else did you see? Did you ever see Analog and all that stuff?
Analog was a little bit after that. So
Yeah.
like 86 List was around that time too.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's delving into memories now.
Yeah.
There
Did you ever
was-
go across the street to the Wave?
I wasn't old enough.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I missed out on the whole wave scene.
Wow.
Yeah. But I could make you hear. I could
Yeah.
get to the Pink Cadillac.
Yeah.
Yeah, gosh. Sticklers, and then I'd have the 86 List. Oh,
The Go Jimmy Go, whatever it was.
Go Jimmy Go before
Yeah.
they made it huge too.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Andrew's such a mellow person.
absolutely.
For like doing everything he's done and okus and stuff. He's like,
Seriously.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no ego in that man.
No, the Clones are good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hold on. Cheers.
Cheers to them.
But hi, Clayton. I know you're out there. And Jana, hi, in Oklahoma instead of here.
Okay.
And so having you and Elton, I mean, you two are my favorite people of all time here. Just
Aw.
about. I mean, it's like you, Rex, and Elton. It's amazing.
Aw.
And it's still kind of I talked to Finelli when we were here with the Porter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, well, how about getting Kat and you and Elton back together? Well, I'm hoping for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That would be
I know
fun.
David has social media, but Dave's wife, Kat, if you're out
Sweet.
there,
Show this to Finale.
Elton, because the last gig you guys did at Anna's was just monstrous.
Yeah,
It was
that's
like
right.
2019.
That's right.
It was like,
Grungetta.
yeah, nothing but Clutch song just about.
It was all 90s grunge, like
Yeah.
Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Because Kat told me when you and Elton were going to play at downstairs at Anna's, and I showed up, and she sang the song. Yeah.
Wow, that's right. That's right.
Well, I mean, the cool people, I got to, make time for you guys.
I
so.
always appreciate that.
Yeah, it's kind of like, so I'm at a gallery show and you're in it, so.
Right.
Yeah.
December.
15th. I'll give you a phone.
December 15th.
December, if you're in town. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Jeff is like an old metalhead back in the day, and his band actually opened up for a lot of bands.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you know Mike from Left Hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to be in the same band.
Oh, no way.
Same porn star mustache. Yeah, it is small. My buddy Iron Mike from Seattle was in here a couple days ago. He's Neil Schoen's press photographer.
What?
Yeah, he's from Seattle and stuff.
Cool.
And so he's like, I saw the opportunity. I called him up, Judy, you're in town. And and we got to hang out for a little bit. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, so I get to keep one foot over there. Cool. So like, when you're playing with your three-piece, what kind of material? Just like, would you guys like to play? Or?
So, see you next Tuesdays on Tuesdays, and then Psychotropical on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So they started out with the same set list, but our guitarists are so vastly different in musical taste and personality that they've really become such different set lists. And so we hit like the pop punk things with See You Next Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And then we'll go and we'll do like Coheed and Cambria with Psychotropical and heavier tunes.
Yeah. I'll try to make it on next Thursday.
Yeah.
My buddy Doug's in town.
Oh yeah, Doug Piercy.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Legendary Samson's guitar, Doug Piercy.
Yeah.
So I'll try to drag it
That
out.
would be awesome.
Yeah. And I should mention Darren High.
Darren Jeans.
Because he's like a really amazing guy too.
He really is. Both of those guitarists are absolutely amazing. And they're so cool that they really have kind of defined the personality of each of the acts that they're in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's way cool.
So what do you got planned for the future? Anything like, besides traveling? I'm still jelly. Went to Paris.
I went to Paris and Ireland this year. It's my first time to Europe at all. That was amazing. And then we're going to the East Coast at the end of the month.
That's cool.
visit some friends.
Yeah.
But for the future, I just want to keep this going. I'm happy with everything that's happening right now.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is get into the studio and re-record some originals. I have these originals that I've never compiled into any sort of album, dating back to like the last 16 years.
Wow. That's exciting.
That is, yeah. So I want
Yeah.
to go back through them, re-record them, and have that available.
Yeah. You need a photographer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you have a 3D printer.
I do have two 3D printers. So I have a FDM filament style, like the plastics on a spool.
Yeah.
And I have a resin style one for smaller, better detail things.
Have you developed a guitar pick yet?
Oh, you know what? I have never. But you know what?
Do you pick a
I don't use a pick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I have the nylon strings for guitar, and then on the bass,
Yeah.
the U pick.
Wow.
And I don't know that was necessarily my choice, but I lost so many picks over the years, and this is just easier now.
Yeah. You're like Paul Stanley with like nothing but picks over there.
Yeah.
Or I got a cheap trick, like, don't have buckets at your shelves.
Right.
But, hi, Shailene. How you doing? And Ernie.
Ernie.
We love you, Ernie.
What's up, Ernie?
When you're back in town, dude, you're sitting here, right? You got that, right? Yeah, you're like the last tour right now with Jack Johnson. They've been everywhere.
Dude.
Hollywood Bowl.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Ernie deserves every bit of it, too.
Yeah, he's an amazing bass player.
Yeah.
Wow, what's up with you guys, bass players? Okay, we should probably bump Piranha's ego a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. Mike Piranha.
Yeah, he's like the godfather. I know you're busy, Mike, someplace doing something or up in your mansion.
One of his 3 gigs of the day.
But it was really nice of him to again pull off a benefit.
He did such a great job.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it was an amazing event.
Because when we did the thing for Dave Montgomery's wife,
That's right.
you actually like crewed that night. You
That's
showed up
right. I know.
Shirt.
Yeah, dressed all in black like all the other musicians.
Yeah.
That's right. That was an amazing event too.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, Leo. Hey, Leo.
Hey, Leo. That's my drummer. What a beast.
Okay, so you get home after a gig. Okay, that's the wrong thing. When you want to play something, music or whatever, like, what do you play?
Like
you want to hear, because you know,
listening to?
yeah, you're so involved in everything, and then sometimes, I mean, is it like a job or is it still a passion here?
It's a total job. It is an absolute,
Yeah.
I'm in one of those phases right now where it is just a job.
Yeah.
Between teaching
Yeah.
and playing, and,
Yeah. This is like 6 nights a week. Right?
I end up listening to podcasts.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, as like just a musical break. Absolutely.
I don't. And it's photographs. I'll go through Twitter or something, some obscure photograph. I'll look at it.
Yeah.
And I'll just look because I'm a big student of photography still.
Yeah.
And then like right now, it's like, okay, this is the lights over here like that. So that's all. I mean, really, it's nonstop.
Yeah, that's
music.
your brain
and,
works like that.
I mean, music and nonstop. It's like, and it's funny because if you get to my desktop somehow, you're with the last band or like three last bands was Dorothy.
Oh, you introduced me to them. They're fantastic.
Yeah, she's really doing a lot of things. And then the Starbenders.
I don't know that.
They're like in their mid-20s,
Yeah.
and they're out of Atlanta, and they're just knocking it out. Guy, girl kind of thing. And so,
very
yeah,
cool.
and then like I'm watching this video, and the guy looks like Slash, and I get into it more. It's like, Emily with the drummer. It's like this duct tape over, and then the bass. So here's the breakdown really quick. You know the New York Dolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bass player, Arthur Kane, big tall blonde guy, that's the bass player. And then they have like a young Slash on guitar, and then Emily Moon's like Keith Moon, and she like bashes around. And then Kim Shelter is like the typical kind of thing of Blackie Lawless and Joan Jett had a baby.
Dude.
It's her.
What was their name again?
Starbenders.
Starbenders.
Yeah,
All right.
they're on tour with some Italian band right now. But they're always doing something. And then the fans, the good thing about, I mean, you have a fan come up, take a picture, selfie, or whatever, it's like that. And so these guys do that too all the time. And it's really important.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Kind of a Lars Ulrich thing where you have to, you'll sit there hours to.
So meet and greet.
Yeah. Is there any something like once in a while you hear the name and you go back into their back catalog?
Oh gosh, yeah. Who have I recently done that with? I have recently done that with so many.
Hi, Mr. Peterson. Eric.
I downloaded a bunch of Simpsons soundtracks.
Oh, cool.
That's the terrible things I listen to on my own. I listen to show tunes and cartoon music.
I get Aerosmith. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's probably the best
I
one.
think someone asked me to learn
Let's
that.
go through Roxette. Not bad.
Jack Stauber is what my students are into. It's weird.
Wow, okay.
Oh, Unwritten Law I went back through. That was a high school favorite of mine. Sugar Cult.
Wait, we have to push the vicious fishes.
Vicious Fishes.
Are you happy, Locke?
I am. That album's amazing. I highly suggest it. Recommend it? Suggest it.
Same thing.
Same thing. Yeah.
How you doing?
Really good.
Good. You're in a good place, aren't you?
I'm in a really good place. I'm very, very good
I'm really happy
place.
for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been in much less good places before.
Yeah, we all have up and downs. The measure of a person is you come to a wall, how you going to negotiate it?
Right.
Yeah, because you can bash your head all day long, or you can go around it, or under it, or climb over it. Yeah. Advice for everybody out there.
Yeah, so I'm at least over a wall. I don't know if there's other walls to come up, but
yeah, well, there's always something. And as you get older, hopefully, you understand how to negotiate things better.
Yeah. I make much better decisions now than I used to.
So what else is going on besides working your butt off?
Working my butt off.
And doing, you still do your Twitch thing or
so over COVID, when we were all quarantined and there was no live music, I started to do Twitch, and I would stream gaming and videos of music and video games. And so I built that following, and then as soon as live music came back, I abandoned it. I pulled a abandoned house. But lately, I've been in a good enough headspace and had enough time where I've been bringing that back just a little bit. So, yeah, I was streaming some Sea of Thieves, some piratey adventures the other day.
It's so foreign to me. I mean, I don't have any free time whatsoever.
Right.
But it would sit there and do.
No, I get it.
Anybody knows me is I wake up, go, fall asleep, wake up, go.
I'm a total nerd.
Yeah, it's fun.
So Dungeons and Dragons takes up a lot of my time.
Oh, really? D&D and Rush, right?
D&D and Rush.
Yeah, the trees.
Yes.
I did joke with this someplace. Right. So, how did you get the gigs? Did Bill call you up, or were you the first choice? You were kind of the first choice.
Coming back, so that's a great question. Oh, Domingo.
Oh, Domingo.
Domingo is doing the schedule at Kelly's right now.
Yeah.
So Domingo hit me back
From
up.
Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And he's been one of the biggest supporters of me this whole time.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Because it's out of the blue, all of a sudden it's you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, playing guitar.
Yeah. And then you over here. And then you at Arnolds. And then you at Hard Rock.
Yep. And so I think Kelly's came first.
Okay.
And then Hard Rock, of course, there's Darren Jeans there. And so when they were doing acoustic music, they asked me. And through there, I had a connection to Arnolds. And so the sound guy asked me about playing Arnolds.
Yeah.
So that's how I got there. And then Irish Rose came back, and Kai Roots were playing at Kelly's too at the time. And then when Michael Smith took over the booking here, he's the one who reached out to me. But just great networking, great friends. I'm really glad they thought of me.
Yeah, I mean, I am too, so it's good. When people come in town, I was like, go check her out.
Thanks.
I mean, there's a good possibility you're here for a week.
You're going to see me.
Yeah. And sorry I haven't seen you at Arnold's yet.
Oh, that's all right.
Because that's my favorite place.
Arnold's is great.
It's the last dive bar, last legitimate dive bar.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's so, women run, too.
Yeah. And on top of that, how many great people actually played there?
Holy smokes.
I mean, from John Cruz to who knows who.
Right? I mean, they still have, Chris Murphy playing there, too.
And Rockford, right? With Chris,
Yeah.
And then,
those are some good people.
My Fridays, not long time ago, before COVID, we would start there with Jesse Savio.
Oh, wow.
And then we'd watch Sicky's battling down here at the National Marketplace, go up, see Tavana at centric.
That's epic.
Then go down and see Kamaoa at Yoko Cho's, and if we're still standing, we'd see Nick at Master of Oz.
Dude, that's an epic night. That's circuit.
And that's what keeps me here in Waikiki.
Yeah.
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 Is Jesse playing right now?
And he's doing a lot of shit in Nashville. He's amazing.
He's in Nashville?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Good for him.
He's like
Jesse.
producing and playing, and he just like took off.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I can see him doing really well there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
Oh, no, that's right. I didn't know. He and his mandolin player went?
No, Doctor stayed here.
Oh,
Doctor stayed here.
okay.
Yeah, he's practicing.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Nice house too.
Oh, yeah. Good to know.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember when Jesse Savio taken off. Okay.
Yeah, because we have a
he's
great.
so Nashville, like Nashville.
Nashville. Yeah, it's like you'd come in and think about, even though he's from Maine, he's singing with that, the cowboy accent kind of thing, whatever. So
Little twangy guitars.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. Well, I'm at lost words for once.
Oh no.
It's horrible.
We covered a lot of ground and a lot of people.
Yeah, it's kind of good. Okay, we need to. Who else we did?
We didn't talk about Dave Eder yet.
Oh.
Might want to talk about rock and roll influences.
Yeah.
You know.
This is for Dave.
Yeah, Dave Edery absolutely taught me rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know, as far as live performance, stage presence,
Yeah.
how to entertain, how to have a good time while entertaining,
Yeah.
how to have a good time all the time. That's Dave Edery. You know?
Yeah. We had that Hearst.
Oh, yeah.
He calls me up. Hey, let's go see the Strokes. Oh no, the Struts.
Yeah.
Okay. We can go to Arnolds. Okay. Hour later. Okay, I'm almost there. We get in, and we're taking off, and then I get in the car. Cops pull him over. Like, let me see your registration. We didn't move 10 feet.
No way.
And he talked his way out. We got to Kapolani. He parked on the street, jumps off, takes a leak in the bushes. It's like, yeah, rock and roll.
He's all rock and roll, man.
Yeah, I love Dave. Dave's like that was
right.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of cool. And because I had Keith on last episode.
Oh,
right?
awesome.
And then Keith's telling me in Kaiser, right, with Mike Love and
And
Bruno Mars and Tavana and Adam
can you
Crow.
imagine? Yeah.
What in the hell's in the water that time?
Seriously.
And John from Pure Heart was in the class.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then Jake would always hang out. You didn't go there.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
that seems like such a 60s or 70s epicenter of music.
Yeah.
But that was happening in the 90s.
Yeah,
right?
like the Yardbirds kind of.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
But yeah.
Crazy.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I found out they all grew up together.
Yeah, and they all had vicious different bands together and stuff.
Yeah. And then they all had to be in separate things because they're all such huge talents.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. Did you ever gig with Tavana when he had Tavana Tuesdays or whatever?
No, I've never. I used to go watch Tavana.
Yeah.
But I've
Because
never.
your name was mentioned a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, over at Hawaiian Bryant's.
Yeah.
I feel like the timing,
Maybe,
whatever I was
yeah.
doing, the schedule didn't work out. I wanted
Yeah.
to.
There were some people that I would always say, and then, I could pop in the schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Tavana's been such a great, Tavana, Keith, and Dave Edery have been such good big brothers in the scene to me. They've been nothing but supportive and kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
I feel looked out for.
Yeah. So maybe we might get some soul stuff in the future?
Yeah.
How much is that a possibility?
As far as solo.
Yeah, like a solo CD. Or,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a must. It has to happen. It's something I've been dragging my feet on.
Yeah.
It's been too long already, so it's something I'm starting to actually mentally buckle down on myself about.
Yeah.
And so my plan is I'll just record some rough draft things at my apartment, and then we'll take it into the studio. And
Yeah.
Make
You
it good.
probably know a lot of Locke.
Locke is that's
Locke's insane.
yeah. I mean, there are so many great people that I'd love to work with.
Yeah.
But I haven't worked with Locke yet, and I want to. Yeah.
Yeah. He's amazing.
Yeah.
But say a shout out to anybody who comes out there.
Gosh,
Your
who haven't
girlfriend or
we
whatever.
That's another thing in my life. I have the best girlfriend. Let me just brag about her for a while.
Yeah.
Right? Her name's Annie. She's fantastic. She sings with me. She started singing with me before we ever started dating or anything romantic came up. And so I feel like she's not quite Yoko then, right? Because I didn't bring her on as my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But she's amazing. She just retired after 20 years in the Air Force.
Wow.
She's a master
She's so
sergeant.
young.
She retired at 38.
Wow.
But yeah, so she's been such a rock and such a difference. Everybody notices a difference in me because I'm so happy with her.
Yeah.
That's my
And
big
she
shout
can
out.
sing too.
She can sing. She's definitely not a Yoko.
I like that little bit of, but not Yoko, because I think John Lennon, I mean, of course he loved her.
He absolutely loves her.
But
And I love Yoko.
To
Don't
have
get me wrong.
something between you and everybody else. If you want to talk to me, you got to deal with her.
Right.
I like that a lot. That's my take on the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Pretty darn good, I think.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, any other shout outs? To like the Kellys, Irish Rose, Arnolds, and Hard Rock staff for having me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important they really built and, really,
Bill, absolutely.
yeah. Because without live music, I mean, this town would be like,
I don't know what to do with myself.
yeah. I mean, everybody. So it's kind of cool. I mean, we're really blessed to have this gambit of amazing musicians here of all sorts.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, I can do this and not repeat a guest for like a year or two.
yeah, you can.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. I mean, the premise was during COVID, I was living with my buddy in the North Shore, me and chickens in the sunrise, and the beach. And it was like these two rocking chairs. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Have like the rocking chair diaries or something like that. But it involved like headphones and the microphone and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then about 3 months ago, I said, just fuck it. Put it on a tripod, do it raw. And the thing is, everybody over there is seeing photographs of you.
Right.
Yeah. And now they can hear you.
That's what I was thinking about, like, Kamuela, when you had him on.
Yeah.
Like, I actually got to hear him chat instead of just performing.
Because we get like maybe 10 minutes. Hi, bye, how you doing? Kind of.
Right.
And even
While other people are talking at both of us.
Yeah. I mean, because I've seen you more in the last 3 months than I did in like last 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're always like, how you doing? Got plugged in, got to go. Kind of thing. And so this gives us an excuse to like,
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah. Everybody knows my story. I'm boring now. But like, I want people to.
Never boring now.
I want people to know your story and how things go on.
Yeah, so that's it. Started performing with bell choir, chorus, and hula.
That's amazing.
I played in band all throughout 6 to 12, and music's always been there for me.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's always been there for me too.
Did the life insurance thing. I tried to get a real job, No, it came back to music.
We're just misfits, I love.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I
love you.
I love you back, though.
I'll see you as soon as I can.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This will be posted everywhere like that. Anyway, from the world famous Irish Rose, I'm with Helena. Say bye.
Bye.